When I was 14 years old, my father, he gave me his debit card, and he said to me, "You're going to go to the grocery store. If you do not return with my debit card and you lose it, I'm going to put my foot so far up your ass, you're going to know what orthopedic shoes taste like." A whole 45 minutes later, and I can now say that middle-aged orthopedic shoes taste like candy corn. That day, my father had some real trust issues with me when it came to handling certain responsibilities. But today, I can look my father directly into his eyes and tell him, yes, I may have lost your debit card. I may have put your entire bank account at risk, but I never lost an advanced, very expensive F-35B Lightning stealth jet. And that is indeed what happened. A pilot who was flying an F-35B Lightning locked it into autopilot mode and made an emergency ejection while flying over South Carolina on the afternoon of Sunday, September 17th. Now, fortunately, the pilot survived and was hospitalized in stable condition. The pilot was suffering with a mechanical issue he had to eject, thus saving his life. Now, while this military jet is worth millions of dollars, at the end of the day, life is priceless. But since this F-35B fighter jet is featured on Minutes of Horror, it can't be all good news. We're not out of the woods just yet. It is not all peaches and cream, because this fighter jet has been locked into autopilot mode, meaning it's flying without a pilot, and it's flying somewhere, and it eventually has to come down. It is basically a flying zombie, and we cannot track it, we cannot get its coordinates because it's a stealth fighter jet, and with it being a stealth fighter jet, our normal radio towers cannot pick up its signal. I just find it so bizarre that the United States military cannot find this jet. They can't send out a special beam from wherever they are to find the coordinates of this jet. This jet has nothing on board to send a signal back to the military. Now, here's the thing, the jet actually does have a transponder, which could have been used to geolocate the aircraft, but the military states that it was not functioning for some reason they have yet to determine. So what does the military do? The military turns to the public, the people of South Carolina, and they ask them to hang up flyers around town, right next to the missing dog, Spunky. So when you walk up to one of these light poles or these buildings that has these flyers, you're not only going to see a yellow lab that's missing, but right next to it, you're going to see, "Have you seen my jet?" But like I said previously, this plane was locked in autopilot mode. It was still flying. So there's probably a great distance from where the pilot ejected and where this plane continued to fly. Is this plane over waters? Is it over homes? Is it over buildings? Is it over a wooded area? We do not know. But like I said, it eventually has to come down. Now, 2 hours ago, they are stating that it should have came down already. It's a scary thought when you think about it. Yes, it can land in water. Yes, it could land in a desolate area. Or it could happen to land on top of a home of a YouTuber who is currently reporting about a missing F-35B flying jet. Because they state it could easily fly hundreds of miles from its original location before it comes crashing to the ground. There has actually been an update as I was recording this video. The missing F-35 jet was actually found. Debris from the $80 million stealth fighter jet is recovered in a field 2 hours north of Charleston. As of right now, the United States Marines are in a recovery phase as they take away the debris. Officials with Joint Base Charleston have confirmed the debris is indeed the F-35 fighter jet. This could have been a real nightmare scenario. Had it not crashed into this field, had it had more fuel, it may have landed on top of a home or on a community. That was really a bittersweet ending, and we don't really see many bittersweet endings on Minutes of Horror, so this is a Minutes of Horror first. But this story really reminds me of that freight train on July 8th of 2021 that was carrying 60,000 pounds of explosive chemicals that just went missing. Nobody can find this freight train that was carrying ammonium nitrate from Wyoming to California. Ammonium nitrate is the key ingredient in both terror attacks and fatal accidents. But they state if this freight train did indeed crash and it leaked, it poses no threat to humans or any life. Yeah, I bet. But at the end of the day, this story is not about the freight train, it's about the missing jet, which is now found and nobody was hurt. There is absolutely no conspiracy theories to be had here, right? Right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.